Hi everyone, I'm going to go over 10 basic tips and tools for stress and anxiety management. Given everything that's going on right now, I know a lot of us are feeling a heightened sense of anxiety, stress, worry, and this is likely impacting your everyday life. I think it's very important to remember that there is no right way to feel right now. You may see family, coworkers, other people around you responding differently, but this does not mean that they or you or anyone is handling it better than the other. But regardless of how you are feeling, it is important to identify these emotions, put a name to them, and then utilize tools that are going to help you ease these feelings, especially if they're not making you feel good. Coping with stress is only going to make you, your family, and your community stronger. Stress during an outbreak such as this can look like fear and worry about your own health, health of loved ones, changes in sleep or eating patterns, difficulty sleeping, difficulty focusing and concentrating at work, worsening of mental health conditions, increased irritability, stress, and anxiety. There is also no one size fits all when it comes to relieving stress and anxiety. What works for one person may not work for another. The tools that you have, some may work at home, some may work at work, community. It's just really important to have multiple tools in your toolkit depending on where you are, how you're feeling, and what you need at that time. It really begins every day when you wake up, checking in with yourself. How are you feeling? Are you scared, relaxed, confused, worried, maybe hopeful? Identifying what emotion you're experiencing can better help you plan out your day and decide what is important and what is going to help you do things that are going to make you feel the best. Especially on these days when you're feeling depressed, angry, helpless, or anxious, it's really important to utilize tools when you're taking breaks, when you have free time, any time that you have so that you can help yourself feel better. First tip is cutting out things that will only add to your stress. Take a break from watching, reading, listening to news, including social media. Hearing about the pandemic repeatedly can overwhelm and upset you if you're not monitoring how much exposure you're getting. When you do want updates, which is normal, it's good to stay informed, but getting them in a measured way is very important. Pick 1 to 2 websites, such as your state or local health department. Go directly and only there for COVID-19 updates. This also helps limit the spread of misinformation. Set a limit per day of how much your news you're letting yourself watch. Say maybe you only give yourself 1 hour a day where you're watching the news, reading articles. When that hour is up, you don't engage with the news anymore. Another tip is also not watching, listening, or reading news after 5 or 6 o'clock at night so that you're not taking that anxiety and stress to bed with you. Second tip, taking breaks throughout the day, especially when you feel you need one. I know this can be challenging given work and hectic schedules, kids at home, but taking 5 to 10 minutes every couple of hours is so beneficial. This can look like sitting outside, just sitting in a different room. If you're working in an office, walking around the hallway, going for a walk in your neighborhood. Getting up for a walk is simple, but it's really effective. It can rejuvenate your mind and body by giving you a change of scenery, which can put you in a different mood. And then walking brings the benefit of exercise as well. A third tool is called guided imagery, essentially like taking a short vacation in your mind. So when you're on one of these 5 minute breaks, if you're somewhere alone in a quiet place, sit, get yourself comfortable and relax, then imagining yourself in what I would call a happy place. Maybe picturing yourself sitting on a beach, listening to the waves, smelling the ocean, feeling the breeze. Guided imagery can be done with a recording. There's many apps. You can Google some guided imagery. If you're feeling like you'd rather just do it on your own, simply start by, again, getting in a relaxed, quiet place, closing your eyes, really letting yourself feel like you're actually in the place that you're imagining. Walk yourself through that peaceful scene. Think about all the sensory experiences you're having. What are you seeing, hearing, feeling, smelling? Really letting yourself focus on each of those sensory pieces and just being really there in the moment. Um, as you're going through this, you should feel relaxation come over yourself. And then when you're ready, simply open your eyes back up, and then you should feel hopefully refreshed and able to be present in the moment. This kind of goes into the next one, which is meditation, which can also bring some short-term stress relief. There are many different ways to meditate, lots of different unique ways that appeal to different people. Again, lots of apps, Googling guided meditation. There's lots of things out there that can help you engage in this. But also, if you want to do this independently, it's essentially kind of putting together a mantra in your head that you go step by step, starting with taking a few slow, deep breaths, really getting yourself focused in this moment, paying attention to what you hear, see, feel, smell. When you're focused on the here and now, you're not allowing yourself to think about what happened earlier in the day or what's going to happen later in the day. You're just being very mindful of what is happening right now. When you're doing this meditation, again, controlling deep, slow breaths, focusing on yourself internally. It can take some time, some practice to get into a good rhythm, but overall, it can really make a big help with your stress. Another one that's good for just a short 5-10 minute break is progressive muscle relaxation, which involves relaxing all of the muscles in your body group by group. To practice, you can start with taking a few deep breaths, and then you're going to start practicing tightening and then relaxing muscles, starting from your forehead all the way down to your toes. So you'll tighten and then relax, tighten and relax, doing it a few times, however many you feel you need, and then you move on to the next muscle group all the way down to your toes. Again, the more you do this, you're going to start realizing what areas of your body you're carrying more tension in, what areas you may need to take some more time at, doing a lot more reps of the tightening and then relaxing. Again, this is really great to do if you're able to get a peaceful, quiet area and just sit and be able to really focus on each muscle group as you go through them. Hopefully, as you're doing this, you should feel a sense of sweeping relaxation going through your body. Another great one is focusing on your breathing. It sounds very simple, but can really make a big difference on your overall stress level. Breathing techniques can calm your body and your brain in just a few minutes. There, again, are a lot of different breathing exercises, two that I find really easy. Anyone can do them. Hopefully, they are also able to be done work, home, community, wherever you're at. So the first is just simply filling your nose and watching your belly grow with air. So holding that breath for 3 seconds, slowly letting it out, and then doing it again, doing it several times. As you slow your breathing, you're focusing on it, you're feeling more relaxed. Another one, similar to the saying, in with the butterflies, out with the bees, you're going to breathe in, imagining that you're inhaling peaceful, calm air. Hold that in for a few seconds again. And as you breathe out, as you exhale, you're imagining that you're breathing out all that stress and tension. So again, breathing in, positive, calm, exhaling stress and tension. The next one, tip 7, is creating some artwork. You may not be the most artistic person or feel that you can really engage in some free form kind of artwork, but there are a lot of adult coloring books, activity books, things that make it a little more easy. But the benefits of this are just really kind of focusing in on something positive. Again, you're not worrying about what happened earlier or what happens later in your day, just focusing on the here and now, being able to create and engage in something that's positive. It can be a really great stress reliever, whether you're coloring, drawing, painting, making something, just something to really focus in your attention on something positive. On tip 8 is really making self-care a priority. Even when you feel like you don't have time to squeeze in one more thing, we really have to make caring for ourselves a priority right now, because when you're caring for all aspects of yourself, you're going to be able to operate more effectively and efficiently and essentially improve your mood. So breaking down self-care, there's physical self-care, taking care of your body. There's a huge, strong connection between body and mind. So when you're caring for yourself physically, you're also going to feel that mentally. So these are things such as making sure that you're fueling your body with good, healthy foods, making sure you're getting enough adequate sleep, scheduling in some exercise each day, whether that be walking, running, anything that is comfortable to you, but getting your body moving. So ask yourself, each day, am I getting enough sleep? Am I fueling my body correctly? Am I getting some type of physical activity in? If the answer is no, then you're able to know that those are priorities that you're going to need to fit into your day so that you can be taking care of your body. Another good thing to remember is, if your body is run down, if you're not caring for your body, your immune system is going to be run down, also making you more susceptible to getting sick. There's social self care, which is huge right now. A lot of people are experiencing isolation and depression, feeling lonely. So it's really important to plan phone calls, FaceTime, get on Zoom with friends, family, people that make you feel safe, secure, can bring a sense of happiness. Schedule those in, plan it in advance so that you're not able to say nope, I don't have time. It's really important that we're connecting with our loved ones right now, any way that we can. And then there's mental self care, which includes doing things that keep your mind sharp, such as puzzles, learning about a subject that fascinates you, taking some time to read, watch a movie. Mental self care is really important because it keeps your mind healthy. When you have a healthy mind, you're able to engage in more positive kind of self talk, inner dialogue. Um, right now, self compassion is really important, understanding that there are going to be hard days, hopefully some good days, but on those hard days, we need to be able to have compassion for ourselves, cut ourselves some slack, understand we can't get everything on our to-do list done, but be okay with that. So making sure that you're having self-compassion, your internal dialogue is positive, you're cheering yourself on, you're trying to get yourself pumped and motivated. Tip 9 would just be acknowledging what we can control and what we cannot control. The bigger picture things, school closures, regulations and restrictions, those are things we don't have control over. That can leave you feeling kind of chaotic, our routine is disrupted, our life is disrupted, can make you feel very out of control, which adds to increased stress and anxiety. So, focusing on things that you can control. You can control what you are doing throughout your day. You can wash your hands frequently, avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth, clean and disinfect areas, especially at work and in the community. Those are things that you can easily do, you have control over, and in the end are going to benefit the bigger picture of what's going on. My last kind of tip and strategy is trying to get into a routine. Work, day program activities, everything is off schedule right now, which again leaves us feeling very kind of chaotic and stressed. But establishing a consistent daily routine is a way for you to feel more in control and more centered. It can help you gain a sense of ownership over your time. Routines keep our day moving along, and then you're also able to add in some pleasure and positive things. If you're scheduling out each day, you can make sure that you are scheduling in a time for meditation, for some exercise, time to do an art project, or a 10-minute window of meditation each day. When we are scheduling a routine, it makes it easier to hold ourselves accountable to sticking to those things. It gives us an opportunity to make sure we're adding in the good things along with all the stuff we still have to do, like work, caring for our children, things of that nature. Okay, hopefully these tips and tools will be helpful. You can modify them to what you need, how you're feeling. But the most important thing is to recognize how you're feeling and then base your day off of that. If you need to add in more positive activities, if you're feeling very motivated and you're going to be able to accomplish some things today, that's great. But make sure that you are recognizing how you feel, putting a name to it, and then using tips and tools to make sure that we're not letting our stress and anxiety overwhelm us. Thanks so much.